Hello everyone, I am Wen Jie, matric number 159769. In this video, I'm gonna discuss about the topic of Tower of Hanoi. So, what actually is Tower of Hanoi?
The definition of Tower of Hanoi is a mathematical problem, or puzzle consisting of 3 rods, and a number of discs with different sizes that can slide onto any of the rods. Tower of Hanoi was first invented by a French mathematician on the year of 1883. Tower of Hanoi are also known as the Tower of Brahma, or the Lucas Tower.
The main objective of the puzzle is to move the whole stack of disc from one rod to another rod, but only using allowable moves. There are few rules we need to obey when solving the puzzle. Firstly, only one disc is allowed to move from one side to another side at a time. Next, only the uppermost disc on a stack is allowed to move. And lastly, the bigger sized disc are not allowed to place on a smaller sized disc. Let's start off with the basic steps needed for 3 disc. The minimal steps needed for 3 disc puzzle is 7 by using the formula 2 power n-1. 2 power 3 minus 1, and this is how we get the number 7. Step 1. Move disc 1 from A to C. For step 2, move disc 2 from A to B, then move disc 1 from C to B for step 3. Let's continue with step 4 and step 5. For step 4, move disc 3 from A to C, and continue with moving disc 1 from B to A. The current situation after step 5 is there 1 disc each at each of the rod. For the last 2 steps, move disc 2 from B to C for step 6, and lastly, move the disc from A to C. After 7 steps, all discs are moved from rod A to rod C by following the rules of Tower of Hanoi. Let's continue with the 4 disc. For 4 disc, the minimal number of steps required to move all rods from the start to the destination rod is 15 steps, as 2 to the power of 4 minus 1 gets 15. At the end of the puzzle, all disc has been transferred from rod A to rod B. Tower of Hanoi puzzle can be also solved using recursion method. Step 1. Disc 1, 2 and 3 was moved from rod A to B. Next, the largest disc, which is disc 4, was moved from rod A to rod C. The last step would be moving disc 1, 2 and 3 from rod B to rod C recursively. The function representing the move of all discs to the target rod is, in 10, char from underscore rod, char to underscore rod, char auxiliary underscore rod. In 10 means the number of discs moved, while char from underscore rod is the initial rod where disc is placed. Next, char to underscore rod is the rod where will be moved to, and char auxiliary underscore rod is the auxiliary rod. The function n, start, end, is a sequence of steps of move n disc from the start rod to the destination rod. For example, 3, 1, 3 means there are total of 3 disc in rod 1 and has to be shifted from rod 1 to rod 3. Solving recurrence relations is the meaning of finding a formula for the nth term of the sequence that created by the recurrence relation. This kind of formula is known as a closed formula. Iterative approach is one of the methods to solve the recurrence relation. We can solve it by keep on expressing h, n, terms of the previous terms of the sequences. A formula has obtained which is 2 to the power of n minus 1. For instance, the minimal steps to solve 3 discs is 2 power of 3 minus 1. which is 7 steps are needed to solve the puzzle. The table contains the examples of the number of steps needed when the number of discs increases from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. The number of steps required is 1, 3, 7, 15, 31, and so on. There are plenty of beneficial of the application of Tower of Hanoi. For example, it can help to determine the extent of brain injuries, and also help to rebuild the neural pathways of the brain, as Tower of Hanoi can provide a foresight of whether the next move will assist us to the nearest solution. Besides that, psychologists will be able to identify the problem-solving skills by using the application of Tower of Hanoi, as it provides an insight of how minds are processing and making decision. Last but not least, it used as a backup rotation scheme of a computer. And that's all for the topic of the Tower of Hanoi. Hope this video will provide some of the knowledge about Tower Hanoi. And I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.